Yes.
Let's talk about Gen Con now. Amanda did not go to Gen Con this year, but I did. So I'll share
Not
some
this year.
photos here and share a couple of stories as well. Thank you again for joining us, friends. Here I am landing in Indy. I actually, it's funny. So I mentioned this earlier. I was in Chicago for a few days with Michelle. We celebrated our 10-year anniversary, which was great in Chicago. All we did was eat for 4 days straight. I actually got to go see a Cubs game, which was on my bucket list. And then I was gonna drive down, Amanda, from Chicago to Indianapolis. It would have been like 3-4 hours or whatever. But
Okay.
it turned out that it was cheaper for me to fly. So I took a flight from Chicago to Indianapolis and it took 30 minutes. It was one of
I
the
love
shortest
it.
flights I've ever been on. It was so short, Amanda, that they didn't even have drink service. They said, "Oh, we're
Yeah.
not going to serve drinks, but if you would like a drink, you can request one." But we are. This is a super short flight. I was like, "Wow." So
Yeah, they were like, we'll bring you a drink if you really need, but like
yeah,
honestly, we'll be there in a minute.
exactly. So there I am in the airport. I
That's
always love this
hilarious.
in Indy where you can stand there and be the eye.
Be the
There's
eye. You
yeah,
were the eye
there's
in
the
Indy.
eye in Indy. There's Gen Con, the entrance, the main entrance, and here we are. I had to take a picture of this. This is Catan. Everyone knows Catan, right? This is the new
Yes.
soccer expansion. You play soccer, yeah, Amanda.
What?
That's the look that we all when we hear about this. It makes no sense whatsoever. I totally want this.
Who is this?
It's
Who
sold
is
out
this for?
immediately.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it's like some soccer, like you're
Because it's so
flicking.
weird. That's why.
Yeah, it's so
Everyone wants
bizarre.
it because everyone's like, why? What is this? I
Exactly.
need it.
I totally
I
need
don't
this.
I didn't want this, but now I need it now that
Totally.
I've seen it. Yeah.
As you can
Yeah.
see, you're literally flicking like little soccer balls again. I have no idea what this has to do with Catan, but I want it. I
I
went
don't
to the
know.
booth and asked. They're like, "Yeah, we totally sold out in the first day." I was like, "It's gone." I was like, "Oh man." So
Wow.
yeah,
Okay. Well, keep my eyes out for soccer, Catan. Good to
yes.
know.
I wanted to share this, and this is actually perfect timing. Amanda, you shared the story of how much you like Fuse.
Yes.
This, I was hanging out here talking to someone had stopped me, and I talked to them for a minute. And this gentleman here said, "Hey, Ruel, I just wanted to stop by and say hi. My name is Kane Klenko. He's the designer of Fuse." And I'm like, "What?"
Kane stopped you.
He
I love
stopped.
that.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, Kane, thank you." So I gushed, of course. I was like, "Dude, I'm such a fanboy. We love Fuse, blah blah blah." So this is a real treat to meet Kane in real life.
Wow,
So
that's so nice.
yeah,
Also, I feel like there's so many game designers that are like that too. Like
yeah,
game designers will stop me to talk to me and I'm
yeah.
like, "But you're you. Like I should be like I want to stop you. Like I
Right?
don't know why you're stopping me. I
Totally.
don't even know."
Exactly. Like yeah, I was totally fanboy. It was really neat to meet Kane.
Yeah, that's so
It
cool.
was amazing. And this is Maggie from Thinker Themer. I actually Michelle and I got to
Nice.
spend time with Amy and Maggie in Chicago. We just happened to both be in the city. We had a lovely dinner at, believe it or not, and I don't have photos of this. I forgot to share it, but we had dinner and games at Snakes and Lattes in Chicago, Amanda. And that Snakes and Lattes was absolutely amazing. The interior,
Nice.
oh, it was
I've not
beautiful.
been to the Chicago one. I've been to the Arizona one in
Okay,
Tempe, but
yeah,
I
that
haven't
one
been to
was
Chicago
amazing.
yet.
So here,
Nice. I'll
Maggie
have
and
to
I,
check it out.
we were at this event for Hachette, and I get a kick out of these things, Amanda. These larger versions of board games. So this game
Yeah.
is, like you can see the scale, like the piece that I'm holding is like ginormous, and it's normally like a little chess size game, but this one was big, and I always
And
get
you
a
can
kick
even
out of
get
that.
mini Quarto, which is like
Yes,
tiny,
that's
tiny
right.
Quarto.
So yeah, well, this was
Yeah.
the big Quarto, which we enjoyed.
That's so awesome.
This was Alex from Might I Suggest a Game. I also work with him for the Rahdo channel. I wanted to show this off. This was the hit of the con. Sky Team was absolutely amazing. This game they sold out of.
I've seen this.
Oh, man, it's so good. It's a two-player cooperative game. You and your partner are
Already
pilot
love it.
and co-pilot of a plane trying to land it safely. It is so good. It plays in only about 20 minutes, and I just did a Rahdo run through with Rahdo, and we crashed the plane. It was funny, but oh my gosh, it's so good. It's dice placement. You roll dice, your partner rolls dice, and without communicating, you're trying to put it on the control panel to land your plane safely. So good.
Just like how you really fly a plane with
Yeah,
no
no
communication.
communication. Well, here's the thing.
It's not a lot.
We talked about it, and it's actually pretty accurate because the actions that you're doing, in real time, there would be a split second. So there's really no time to communicate. So that's how we look
Oh,
at
so
it.
it's really like you kind of just need to be in sync with your co-pilot.
Exactly.
And so I guess
Exactly.
pilots and co-pilots just need to like
Yeah.
have a good plan going into it
Yep.
of
I
how
think
they're supposed to land.
I really think you'd like this, Amanda. I
Interesting.
highly recommend
I
checking this
probably
one out.
would.
Yeah.
I a two-player co-op, say no
Yeah.
more.
So
Say no
good,
more.
right? This is my friend Eric Yorko. I had to take a picture of his backpack because he does this thing where he has his pins all neatly lined up and they're inside this like pocket. So his pins are like
If they fall
perfect.
off.
Yeah, they don't
Oh, is
fall
this
off.
Eric? Is this Eric from What Is Eric Playing?
Yes, Eric Yorko. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
love his
just see all his
pins.
oink pins, and I
Yeah.
know that he is also
Huge
like,
Oink
I feel
fan.
like Eric and I, although I don't make as much board game content on my own platforms, on my own channels, as a board game nerd that to some people is closeted, apparently,
Yeah.
I am a huge Oink fan. Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
massive. And I
Yes.
always feel like, although I don't know if Eric and I have even ever met, we are in a battle for like who loves Oink the most.
He is an Oink fan. That's so funny. I love that
Yeah.
you were an Oink fan as well. You know what? I think in the
I
near
have all the
future,
pins too.
yeah, I think near the near
Eric.
future, man, we can play an Oink game online here because I have one that I think would work perfectly over the internet.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
lovely,
yeah.
lovely. Yeah, I would love that. I love Oink. I own
Same.
almost all of their games except for some of the new ones right now, but
Oh,
I need to
okay.
get those.
Yeah, they're so good. This is Bryce
Mhm.
Johnson from Cephalofair. I had to take a picture with him because it felt like we had gone to war together over the last 2 months because I was working with Cephalofair and we
Yeah.
produced over a month's worth of live streams, YouTube videos, and whatnot. And
Wow.
Price, the CEO,
Wow.
he was super supportive. And to actually meet in person, it's like we gave each other a big old hug. And, it's like we got through the
So
month together. It
nice.
was great. Uh,
That's so nice.
Paula Deming and Stella from Maple University.
Yeah.
Big fan of both of theirs.
Nice.
Love them both. Their
Both
content's
awesome.
amazing. This is the Castles of Burgundy, the deluxe edition. I love Castle Burgundy, and this deluxe edition just through the roof, absolutely awesome. And
I still have never played Castles of Burgundy.
we should definitely play it.
We should play it.
It's
Yeah,
one of the
I
best.
heard it's amazing. I
It
heard it's
is.
like it will become your favorite game. That's what
Yeah.
everyone always says to me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, we'll see. And they're like, well, that's what everyone says. And then they play it. And then they're like, my life has changed.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely a life-changing game. It's been around
Nice.
maybe 10, 12 years. It's still to this day it's holds up tremendously. It's so good.
I love that.
Yeah. So we will play sometime. I had to show this. This is the Gen Con program and TLN, folks, the Tabletop Live Network. We are in the program. This is the organization that me and the brothers Murph co-founded a couple of years ago. We were doing Gen Con TV throughout the event. So we had a bunch of our
Wow.
streamers. So it was just a really neat thing to see ourselves in the program there. And
That's so awesome.
yeah, it was so cool. This is Lindsay, co-owner of Rose Gauntlet Entertainment. They're the ones that brought me out this time. I worked with them in the BIPOC Lounge. Lindsay and Isaac are wonderful people. I was so happy to represent the Rose Gauntlet. There's Ross from
Nice.
Cephalofair. Again, this guy,
Yeah.
we know Ross. He's a lovely human being. Also a San Diego local. So anytime I see him, I got to take a selfie with Ross. He's great.
Yeah. And if you ever want to know like local San Diego stuff, Ross knows a ton.
Definitely. He's man.
Super knowledgeable.
Two members of Tabletop Live Network. We've got Jenna in the middle from Board Game Garden and also Jamie from Foster the Meeple. Two absolutely phenomenal YouTube channels that cover board games.
Nice.
I had met Jamie last year. This is the first time I met Jenna. A real treat. They're lovely people. Also fellow Canadians, by the way, Amanda. They are in...
Love that.
I believe, let me see. I believe Jamie might be in Nova Scotia. And
Nova
then,
Scotia, nice.
yeah, and then I think I forget. Maybe Jenna might be in Toronto. I'm not sure.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are. A
Yeah.
lot of people will be like, "Do you know all these people that like are also in Toronto?" And I'm like, "No," because like it's a big city.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not surprised because a lot of us are in Ontario. Even like that's most of our population is in this one province. It's crazy.
I swear there's something in the water in Toronto. Y'all creatives out there. There's so many creative people that come out of Toronto. It's really cool.
There's a lot of us.
Yeah,
There's a lot of us.
love
I mean, it is like our New York, right? Like
Yep.
when you think about it. So it makes sense. It makes sense that there's a lot of creative people and
Yeah.
well, and also just like growing up in a city where like well, I didn't grow up in Toronto, but growing up just outside the city and living in Toronto, it is a melting pot. It is a melding of minds. It is an awesome city.
Love it. One of these days I got to visit. It's on my bucket list to get up to
Yes,
Toronto
come
someday.
visit. I will show you all of the things. Maybe you could come out sometime for Breakout Con. That's our board game con that we do.
When is
It's
Breakout Con
small,
every
but-
year? When's that fall?
When is Breakout Con this year? I feel like it's usually later
Okay.
in the year. Breakout Con.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's I'm thinking of, because it's always cool. It's in the springtime, so it's March 15th to 17th next year.
Okay.
And it's very chill. It's just basically we just hang out and play games. Like,
nice.
That's really most of it. It's not super like selling stuff.
Yeah. Okay. March 15th through 17th. That actually might work, because Michelle, she usually has her her spring break from school around then.
Nice.
We might. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna put that on the calendar. We're gonna try to get out to the next Breakout Con. This game is Sushi Boat from Japanime Games. Now, I'm not really the biggest fan of Japanime Games. I'm not really into their games just for whatever reason, but this one I immediately had to pick up. I want to thank Ryan for giving me a copy. This one, I love sushi, and if you can see, those are like little sushi plates, Amanda, and as you play the game, you're going to push them in that arrow and they slide out this way, and it's
and then are people like trying to take them off? Is it like the conveyor belt, like when you go to those sushi places where you just grab stuff?
That's exactly what it is.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they sold me on the theme.
And you push them through.
Yeah, and these are little wasabi cubes, and you're trying to get the perfect meal or whatever.
I love games when you're trying to get the perfect meal, and I love games that have like some sort of like physical, like you manipulate the board in some way. That's
Agreed.
like, also why I love like Potion Explosion.
Yes. Yeah, I love Potion Explosion.
Successful feeling when you're like, I get to push this. Nice.
that whole tactile sensation, right? It's amazing. This is Ray from CGE. Ray is an amazing streamer. Yeah, you know Ray.
I love Ray.
This is her get up at Gen Con, and she is literally walking around the convention streaming. And this is all the stuff she's
an absolute legend. Like,
Total
I
legend.
have seen her like just streaming and having all these things, and I'm like, how do you do this?
Just
all the time?
Ray, she is a legend, and just I call her the Terminator because he's got all this stuff. She's walking around the con.
Yes,
so cool. Had to take a picture because she's absolutely amazing. There's our friend Amanda Panda.
Hey, Amanda.
This is us, actually, Amanda. We are here at the Oink booth, and we're buying Oink games.
My favorite place.
Yeah, let's see, Amanda.
My favorite place. There was probably people from Oink that were like, Amanda didn't come by this con. Where is she?
Yeah.
I'll see them next time, and they'll be like, you weren't at Gen Con, and I'll be like, I know, I didn't go that year.
Yeah,
otherwise I would have been there. I go every day to see Oink. Usually is my anytime Oink's at a place, it's I gotta go every day. And like I don't always buy something every single day, but usually I do. Usually I'll buy everything I think I need on the first visit, and then something might come back in stock that I couldn't get, or it's like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I also need this.
Yeah. It's so easy to get sucked in. I love their aesthetic and just the way they package their games, and all their games are great.
They are.
Yeah. So Amanda got a few. I ended up going back later and got my little share of Oink games as well. We were talking about Tabletop Live Network earlier. This is a screenshot that I took of our friends Matthew and Gen Cam Plays Board Games. They're the ones that kicked off the TLN partnership with Gen Con this year. That's nice. Yeah, that's in the Gen Con TV studio and the convention hall. It was really, really cool.
Very cool.
There I am at the BIPOC Lounge. This picture actually got me in a little hot water with the internet, unfortunately, recently. Because, and it is what it is, but certain people think that the BIPOC Lounge is promoting segregation, which it is not. If you know,
but anyone can go to the BIPOC.
Exactly.
Lounge,
everyone is welcome. Yeah, you could totally. And I played games with people. I am
the whitest person, and I have gone and hung out and chatted with people there and been welcomed in the environment. It's not limiting anyone.
Exactly, it is not. People.
Interesting.
You know how the internet is, and it went. This photo went viral for the wrong reason, so I had to lock down my account for a few days while things settled down.
Well, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Yeah, people. Oh, I think people just get in their heads, like they get in their heads a certain interpretation.
Mhm.
And then once that happens, it's like there are some people that just you can't change their minds.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like kind of arguing with a wall when it's like, okay, like I can see where your perspective is, but also like that's not the intention at all. So you might be misunderstanding.
yep, yeah,
And like I'd love it if you open your mind. And then some people are like, I only see this.
yep, yeah.
So
And
that's it.
that's the perfect explanation. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
frustrating. It was sort of a bummer. It was like the last day that I was of the con, and it's sort of a bummer of a note. But you know what? It was a very small part of my awesome time at Gen Con. Here is Benny the Bit Spare, folks. You may have seen him on some of my streams where he comes out and talks like my little puppet. This is the snack exchange we had, Amanda. This is snacks from all around the
So
world.
awesome.
This was actually where I got my bag of all dressed chips as well. So,
Nice. I
yeah.
want to come to the snack exchange. I
It's
feel like
it's great.
there was a beer exchange like a few years ago that people
Ooh,
did that was also super cool. Yeah, where it's like beers from like different areas.
nice.
But like snack exchange also
Yeah.
sounds
Do
amazing.
you have Payday in Canada? Payday candy bars?
Yeah,
Okay.
we do have Payday, I believe. We have
Okay.
Payday, we have Butterfingers.
Okay.
I
So I
don't know
think
what
I
those
bought these for the
warrior things are.
Our Australian friends because they don't have those.
Nice.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I didn't get. I was a little bummed. My favorite is Coffee Crisp from Canada. I love Coffee Crisp.
Coffee crisps are good.
They're the best.
Okay, noted. So all dress ruffles and
Yeah.
coffee crisps.
Coffee Crisp is my number one. Just saying. But
Yeah, coffee crisps are pretty good.
yeah.
I gotta say.
This is Grant Lyon at DeVere Fest. This was
Grant!
yeah, you know Grant, great comedian.
Yeah.
He actually did a set of a comedy set at a bar for this party, and he was fantastic.
Nice.
And it was all board game related, of course. So it was really funny.
Of course.
Yeah, he's so
Yeah,
funny.
Grant's awesome.
He is.
He's so nice too.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy. This was another big hit of the convention. I can't remember the name now. It was Queen of the I want to say Queen of the Damned, but that doesn't sound right. It was
the Damned.
yeah, it was the game by the Critical Role people. The Critical Role has their board game company, and then this game was a huge hit. It sold out every day that of the con.
Whoa.
Yeah, Critical Role board game.
The Raven Queen?
Is it the
The
Raven?
Tales of Exandria. That's one that I'm seeing.
No, okay, it's from Darrington Press. That's the board game division of Critical Role, and the game was it was a board game. I'm gonna get it. Queen by Midnight. There it is. Queen by Midnight.
Queen by Midnight. Nice.
So what's really neat, Amanda? This is a dice tower. You drop the dice in here, and
love.
so cool. Love
Nice.
this.
We love a good dice tower.
Agreed. This is outside
What
the
is this?
convention. I don't know what this is. Some wacky blow up thing in front of the convention. I forgot what game it was for. It was for Catalyst Game Labs. One of their board games.
Like a mech game.
Yeah, it has some mechs. And then also Arch Ravels. They did this thing last year, but I guess it was too much work. They used to do yarn bombing. They would yarn bomb all these planters.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
But this year
This
were
year
like too
they
much
just went
work.
with the posters.
Yeah.
A little easier on them, I guess, which is fair.
Oh, I think that guy's from BattleTech, maybe.
Oh, BattleTech. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Our viewers watching. Thank you for that, Rick. This was a party I went to. One of the nights it was hosted by Keymaster Games, and it was at an old school video game / arcade bar. So I got to play Donkey Kong. I lost, but it was so much fun. And I also got to play pinball.
Iron
This is one of my
Maiden.
favorite pinball machines,
Good
the
one.
Iron Maiden pinball machine. I don't know if you know this, Amanda. I was an old school metalhead. Like when I actually used to have hair that was like long, like longer than your
Wow.
waist. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
Have you played? What's the other one that I really love? The other one with the guy in the electric chair. What band is that?
Is it the Metallica?
It is
Metallica.
Metallica. That's one of
Lightning.
my favorite pinballs. And then people are like, "Oh man, you love Metallica," and I'm like, "I just love Metallica pinball. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really listen to Metallica, but that pinball game is dope."
Nice.
Like metal bands always have the coolest pinball games.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, like the
pinball
art
and metal.
something about metal, like this art. These are all like characters It's a main character named Eddie that Iron Maiden uses as their mascot, and this is basically
Yeah.
Eddie throughout the years on the different albums that they've released throughout their career.
So cool.
Really neat. This is my favorite cafe in Indianapolis called Cafe. I could never say the name right. Patacho.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
I don't know if I've been there.
yeah, this is excellent. The restaurant's won a couple of James Beard Awards, and this is my go-to breakfast there. Unfortunately, the breakfast this day had too much sour cream, but this is a Cuban-style breakfast of beans, rice, eggs, avocado, and I think it's like a salsa verde or whatever.
Ooh.
Absolutely
Yum.
delicious. I have to go there every time I go to India, at least once. It's very, very good.
I'm not an egg person, but
Oh, okay.
the rest of that sounds really good.
Yeah. This is Cascadia over at the AEG event. This is the new Cascadia expansion that will be coming out later this year. Super excited about this.
Man, I haven't played Cascadia. I need
Oh,
to play
Cascadia is awesome, man. I highly recommend. Here's a Catan cosplayers.
Cosplay?
Look
What?
at this
This is
great.
awesome.
We got the sheep, we got the wood, we got all the resources. They were so fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Here I'm in the BIPOC lounge with new friends, Board for Two. On the left, they do a great Instagram account. And turns out they're from California too, so we bonded over there in the BIPOC lounge. Played some Namalia, one of my favorite games of this year. Very cool card laying game. Here's a Rose Gauntlet little thing there. And someone got to see the dragon. This is the Gen Con mascot. I forget their name. I think it's Guinevere or something. And they were excited.
Oh my
They're gonna go hug.
Yeah, that's very exciting. Also, I love the Rose Wall. The Rose Wall is like my favorite.
It's beautiful.
Was that also in the BIPOC lounge?
Yes, this was part of the BIPOC lounge. Fun fact, I got there early and helped set up that Rose wall.
Nice.
It's a lot of work.
It's like one of my favorite things. It's like I believe you. I believe it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's worth it though, I'll tell you. I think last year I got a picture with it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Every year that I'm like, look at that, I gotta get a picture with that.
Yeah,
more FOMO.
It's beautiful. This is a game. Actually, this is not a brand new hot game. This is a game from like 20 years ago. I never played, called Botswana. It's a game of just playing cards and collecting these beautiful animal meeples.
I think I've played this. Yeah.
This is me again, totally geeking out. This is Phil Walker Harding, the designer. He's done Sushi Go. He's done Super Lego Lucky Box, and a friend of mine captured this picture of me just totally fanboying over meeting Phil Walker Harding. Praise be.
I love it.
Yeah. Here I am. I don't know why I look so angry. I think I'm trying to emulate the boss monster.
Yeah.
Me and James Hudson from Jewish City Games, we had a lovely breakfast, and this was our post-breakfast, going to the con and just taking a picture together. He's a wonderful human being. Avant Card. This was a cool game that's coming out on Kickstarter soon from Resonim, and this was really neat. It's a deck building game, but using this like sort of avant-garde art, and very cool. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a big hit for them. This is Christina and Shu from the Golden Analog podcast. They're also Southern California natives. If folks and Amanda, when one of these days you come out to California, Christina and Shu, they have the greatest board game house ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then anyone that comes
to hang out.
Yeah, anyone that comes to Southern California and plays games has probably been to their house. They're very they're very inviting. They're very accommodating, and they have like I think 2 big tables in this really neat room just filled with board games, and they have like. I think it's like a tri-level home that they have. So like each level has, a place that you can play games, and they're just really super nice. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Trash Shall Talk, this is a fun game. It's got a,
the marketing for this game at Gen Con looks amazing.
Brilliant.
From everything I've seen.
This is another one we could probably play online through the internet one of the days. So man, I think we'd have fun. Okay, This picture is a little out of order. Let me show you this. This is Gen Con. This is the Lucas Oil Stadium where the Indianapolis Colts play football. They take it over, and it's all a bunch of nerds, all of us nerds playing games. They leave one little patch of the field open, so I had to put my foot there so I can say I was on the field.
That's nice.
Is that fun?
They leave that open just so people can come and be like, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this little patch. We took over this entire stadium.
Exactly. So you can say, hey, I've been on the same field as the football players
This
have.
is last year. I remember I had to come there. Oh, there's Eric.
Everyone knows Eric Lang.
Lang.
Yeah.
Giving you the bunny ears.
Yes.
I had to come there last year, and I got so lost trying to find it.
Oh, you know what's funny? It was I've been going to Gen Con for years now. That's the first time I've been to that stadium because I never make it over
Because
there.
it's kind of like you gotta go like off the beaten path to get to it.
Totally.
And then I got so lost, and it's so funny though because then once you're inside it, you're like, I mean, this place is huge. How could I not find this?
Yep. And of course, yeah, Eric Lang. So that is, I'm officially at Gen Con now. I have my Eric Lang bunny ear photos.
Yes, now you've arrived.
Yes. There's Amanda Panda and also Mandy Hutchinson, another fellow Canadian.
Love Mandy.
Mandy's
yes.
great. That's us in the BIPOC
Mandy's
Lounge.
awesome.
And this is the last game that I played. This was a game of Taj Mahal that I played with my good friends Kelly and Aaron at the end of the con, and this was the final game, and then that was a wrap. And
wow,
it's been a whirlwind, Amanda. Gen Con.
I can imagine.
Comic-Con.
I can't believe you did Comic-Con, then went to Chicago, then went to Gen Con. Like,
yeah, I am.
No wonder you're tired, my friend.
Yes, definitely tired. But thank you, friends, for hanging out and watching. Appreciate it. Be sure to click the show notes below for all the links so you can find Amanda and myself. And until next time, this has been Words on Wednesday, the Gen Con and Comic Con wrap up. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.